Welcome back, students. Today we shall be studying about scattering of light. What is scattering of light? It is the process due to which light gets deflected and diffused all over as a result of its interplay with tiny matter particles. When sunlight enters the atmosphere of the Earth, it interplays with atoms and molecules of different gases present in the atmosphere and gets scattered by the atmospheric particles. The atom or molecule or particle which causes scattering of light is known as the scatterer particle. We know that the path of a beam of light passing through a true homogeneous solution is not visible. However, when a beam of light passes through a colloidal solution or a smoke-filled room where the size of particles is relatively larger, the path of the light becomes visible. In such cases, the light reaches us after being reflected diffusely, that is, after being scattered by the particles, and the path of light beam becomes visible. Tyndall effect. The phenomenon of scattering of light by suspended particles present in a medium through which a beam of light is passing, and as a result the path of light beam becomes visible is called Tyndall effect. The path of a beam of light passing through a true solution is not visible. However, the path becomes visible when the light beam passes through a colloidal solution due to scattering of light caused by the colloidal particles. When a fine beam of sunlight enters a smoke-filled room through a small hole, the scattering of light makes the particles visible. When the light beam from the headlight of an automobile comes through fog and mist, Tyndall effect is observed and fog particles become visible. Tyndall effect is also observed when sunlight passes through a canopy of dense forest. Here, tiny droplets of water present in the mist scatter light and make the path of light beam visible. It is observed that the color of the scattered light depends on the size of the scattering particles. Two situations are important here. If size A of scattering particles is much smaller, for example that of air molecules, then the wavelength lambda of the light falling on the scattering particles, light of shorter wavelength, are scattered much more than light of longer wavelengths. In fact, a British physicist, Lord Rayleigh, gave a scattering law according to which the intensity of scattered light from fine scattering particles is inversely proportional to the fourth power of wavelength of light. That is, we can write down mathematically I to be inversely proportional to the fourth power of lambda, that is wavelength. So in the visible light, the wavelength increases from violet to red. As per Rayleigh's law, the blue violet light is scattered much more and red light is scattered the least. Now, if size is represented by A, for the scattering particle is much larger than the wavelength of the light. For example, those of dust particles and tiny droplets suspended in air, colloidal solutions, then they scatter light of all wavelengths almost uniformly, and then the scattered light appears as white. Let us discuss a couple of examples and applications of scattering phenomenon of light. Let's begin with this question: why is the sky blue? The air molecules and other fine particles in the atmosphere have size smaller than the wavelength of visible light. Therefore, these molecules and fine particles prominently scatter blue, violet light of shorter wavelengths. Red or orange colored light of longer wavelength is scattered the least. The scattered blue light enters our eyes and we see the clear sky to be blue. Of course, violet light is scattered even more prominently than blue, but our eyes are less sensitive to violet light than blue light. Hence, the sky appears to be blue. Now, here at this point I would like to tell you that if one looks at the sky from a spaceship, the sky appears to be dark as there is no scattering of light there due to lack of atmosphere. Similarly, the sky appears dark to passengers flying at very high altitudes as scattering is not prominent at such heights. Water in lakes and oceans, when we see from a distance, appears to be of blue color on account of larger scattering of blue light by the water molecules. Reddening of the sun at sunrise and sunset. Ordinarily, the sun appears to be yellowish white, but at the time of sunrise and sunset, it appears to be reddish. Now, as you can refer to this figure, at the time of sunrise and sunset, the sun is near the horizon, and light rays from the sun have to pass through a larger distance in the atmosphere. Light of shorter wavelength is mostly scattered during this passage, and only the least scattered red light of longer wavelength reaches the observer's eyes. As a result, the rising sun or setting sun appears to be reddish. However, at noon, when the sun is overhead, light from the sun travels relatively shorter distance. As a result, only a little of the blue and violet colors are scattered and the sun appears white. So refer to this situation. Danger signals are of red color. Danger signals are invariably of red color. Being of maximum wavelength in visible region, the red light is least scattered by fog or smoke. Therefore, red colored signal can be seen easily even from a larger distance. So, at the top of all high-rise buildings, red light signals are fixed. This would be all for today. Thank you.